Jóvenes Ilustres, welcome to our second chapter of our channel, Fun Physics. Okay guys, today we're going to talk about our reference point in the Cartesian plane, taking into account the last episode that we had about the movement. All right, we need to see how we are going to represent, how we're going to put it on a graph, put it on something where we can see the movement. All right, and that is how we're going to use the Cartesian plane. But what is a Cartesian plane? Here we go. Okay, so in here we can see a Cartesian plane, all right? In here we can represent different figures, geometric figures, right? But what I want you to see is, first we have only three-dimensional Cartesian plane, right? We have the x-axis, the y-axis, and the z-axis, right? Now, in here, I need you to think that with only two dimensions, all right? With only two dimensions, we can create something like a square, right? Because we have only the x-axis and the y-axis, all right? But if we add another axis, we can create a cube, right? A three-dimensional figure. But remember that Albert Einstein had a fourth dimension that it was called the time. How are we going to represent the time in a Cartesian plane or in a figure, right? Well, there is a figure that is called the tesseract. And no, it's not from Marvel, right? The tesseract is a cube inside another cube. Now, as you can see here, it's a three-dimensional shape, but the difference is that it's moving, all right? The cube is going from the inside to the outside. So what is changing? It's the time, all right? So as you can see, with the Cartesian plane, we can see the three dimensions, all right? We can have the x, the y, and the z as for three dimension, like everywhere, but there is something called the fourth dimension that is the time. But as I told you in the previous video, that our five senses are very limited for the things that we can see, that we can touch, we can smell, right? But sometimes it's difficult to really see or imagine what about the time dimension. All right, so remember that with the Cartesian plane, so we are looking at several points and we can see the movement from point A to point B and point C, right? And it's going to be a little bit easier for us to see the movement. All right, and remember that our point of reference is the zero, right? Remember that. I don't know if you remember the Big Bang Theory when Sheldon said, this is my spot, this is my 0, 0, 0, 0, right? Talking about the four dimensions, all right? Because it's his reference point, all right? It's from there, he can move to different locations, all right?
That is my spot. In an ever-changing world, it is a single point of consistency. If my life were expressed as a function on a four-dimensional Cartesian coordinate system, that spot, at the moment I first sat on it, would be 0, 0, 0, 0.
What?
Don't sit in this spot.
So basically, this is it, all right? This is all for today, for chapter 2 about Cartesian plane and point of reference. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, hit that subscribe button, and wait for the next video. The next video we're going to talk about the difference between distance and displacement. Two different things, but this has to be with movement, Cartesian plane, and distance and displacement. We're going to check it. So thank you very much, guys, and I'll see you on the next video. All right, vámonos.